Alright, I think we're good here, hopefully. Are we running? Yes, we're running. Okay. Hello, good morning. Today I want to do a flamingo skull and a little sculpt here and just test out some new sculpting stuff, and we'll see how it goes. Hello, Alexander. Alright, so again, I want to run this pretty simply, quick at first. Morning, Andy. How's it going? Hey, Darren. So let's see. I want to make. Oh no. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm just adding in loops and just doing very simple box modeling. Oh my god, it's already starting with the shit today. Can't. Hey Igor, good morning. And yeah, I don't know, you guys can follow along if you want, or just sketch along. I know not everybody's into Blender, but or just try sculpting here. Man, okay, there we go. Maybe it would be better to have this inside the scene like that. And where did it go? There you are. Let's make this 90 degrees, negative 90, or maybe just 90. There we go. 0, 0, 0. Just go like that. Maybe the easier way is to just extrude one of these verts, if it'll let me select one. That's interesting. It won't let me select any longer. Check that out. Not even regular selection. Alright. Unless I don't have wireframe on. Alright, I'm just gonna go like this. Get rid of all this crap. I'm just pressing E here to make a couple lines. And then double click it, and then F to fill it. And then shift space to extrude it. Actually, let me turn on Shortcut Viewer. This is a little program created by JNM, and he's actually got a really good channel on YouTube. If you guys are interested in scripting and stuff like that, look up JNM. So yeah, thanks JNM. You're one of my favorite Blender YouTube guys. But anyway, so this is his little screen keys setup. I just modified it a little bit to show the mouse input also. And I'm also doing a keylogger here. And the reason why I'm doing a keylogger is I want to set up, I think the keylogger will help in my quest for the perfect setup, or the perfect interface, because it'll tell me what commands I'm using the most often, and then I can plan according to that. So hopefully that keylogger will come in handy. So let me also extrude this. Okay, and let's save it. Flamingo. Mr. Flamingo. Okay. Hello, dark matter. Hello, Greg. How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin pink? Yes. I would be, I guess, it's enough shrimp to make you sick of shrimp. Okay, so now we're in sculpting mode. And I've got my Dynotopo on. Let's try like lower resolution here. And also I want to separate this onto its own mesh here so we don't interfere. And maybe, well, the wireframe is nice to see what's happening with your geometry when you have Dynotopo on. And that's pretty cool. You can see that it's like generating this nice mesh for us. But actually, let me delete all this on this side. Damn, that's frustrating. Let's go select flat. Okay. Then I can put this in here. And let's try live mirror. Does that work? There we go. Now we're attached at the middle. Let's see if we can sculpt here. Let me do a detail flood fill first. So I can go here and just say detail flood fill. That'll make everything the same. And then we can just switch to maybe grab tool. Smooth it out. Oh, okay. I like that band. What are those guys? They're good. I wish we could play music on the stream. Right, let me just smooth this out a little bit. Try a different matte cap, like this orange one. Yeah. Here, I'll hide this for a second, just while we're working on this. Grab. Okay. Alright, and then I want to put, let me see, I'll apply the mirror, kill that. I think we need to hit F to fill all the holes. We had a couple holes in here, you can just press F, that'll fix those. And then, save it. And I'll go over here somewhere, and instead of sculpting in the eyes, I want to make a ball here and just Boolean cut it. Separate that onto another. And he says, you got any tutorial recommendations on better lighting? Did you watch that one from class, Andy? The manipulating texture coordinates like a boss one? I think that's one of the best ones I've seen so far. And there's also a good one from Gleb Alexandrov. It's all about texturing. So if you search Gleb, Gleb, he has some pretty good texturing videos. Okay. They have a pretty skinny top part here, it seems like. And then it's a little bit wider for the lower beak. Let's see this one. Maybe we could sculpt this piece here. And make this more into the eye shape-ish. So that when we cut it out, it's more, let me do a flood fill. Flood fill. And then maybe this part here. Flood fill. I don't know, something like that. This. Here, I'll type it in. Gleb Alexandrov. He has a lot of really good, concise videos that show you a lot of techniques. Yeah. And the other one was called Manipulating Texture Coordinates Like a Boss. This was a Blender conference talk from a few years ago, but everything still holds up, and it's actually even more relevant now. I mean, it's even cooler now because we have EEVEE, and it's real time. Before he was, you know, doing it all in cycles. So you have to wait a little while, and now we don't have to wait. Alright, let's go back to sculpting here. Go like that. I want to get something like that. Alright, so let's see how this looks if I go here and then here. Live subtract. It's not too bad. I can continue sculpting this one. Just go like that. If I feel like this should be bigger, then it's going to update. Very nice. Very nice. And then, what if we want to do another piece over here? I could just go space, extrude that. What does this look like? Oop, can't even see. But basically I want a little trapezoid like that. Oh wow, it's already cutting. I haven't even gotten there yet, but alright. That's awesome. Let's make an overall shape for the cut. I like this hole. It's very sci-fi looking hole. Sci-fi mecha flamingo. And we could even go like this. It sort of looks like that kind of shape to me. And then on the bottom is a very, very big bevel, like that. And this thing goes all the way through. It's a big see-through nose, pass-through nose here. That's cool. From the top it's pretty thin, so I probably need to adjust up here. Something like that, I guess. Yeah, not bad. Let's see. Oh, there's our drawing there. This feels like cheating, huh? Oh, J&M. Sorry about that. J&M is a little bit more technical stuff. He talks about scripting and he also talks about different programs too, not just Blender and Python stuff. So I learned a lot of Python stuff from his channel. Alright. Okay, we're coming up on 20 minutes, 24 minutes. I think I need to start working on the other part too. And then there's also more holes here, so maybe we'll do that in a bit. Okay. Let me delete all this crap. Man, selection is behaving very strangely. Like, if I'm like this, I can't select my objects anymore. It only goes straight to the image for some reason. Yeah, selection has been wacky lately. I don't know what's going on. Delete. Alright. So this part, I'm going to go and flood fill this also. Detail flood fill, just so we have some geometry. And then let's turn on proportional edit with O, and we can move this stuff around like this. Oops. Guess we could also just use our regular move tool, or grab as it's called for sculpting. Actually, I want to see if I can select all of this stuff here, select flat, increase that angle, delete that, select flat. Damn it. Just this. I'm gonna undo a little bit. Ah, that's all I got. Need more undos. There we go. Can separate that. Just to get this working as a shell first. I'm also looking down here to make sure this is right. Maybe this is a little bit wider. And then this stuff here, I guess it kind of tapers in. It's hard to see here, but I'm guessing it's something like that. And up here. feel like I'm doing this wrong up here. This definitely looks wonky. Let's mirror this first. Clay. I feel like this should be pointy a little bit, right? What if we go like that to make a ridge? Does a flamingo? Flamingos have a ridge, right, on their beak, probably. Right. Right. Okay. This piece here is pretty weird. Should probably try to wrap this in. Maybe this was not the best way to do it. Let's see, what if I grab all this crap here? Okay, so that's working, but I would rather have it... What if we do this, but with sharp instead? So that way it's actually curving. Like that. Yeah? Like that. And here. Oops. Nope. Like that. Oof. Oh God. Oh jeez. It's not gonna make it. It's not gonna make it, man. What about here to here? Shit. Like that. Bit smaller. Man, I wish there was a way to control a proportional edit without the mouse wheel. Ah! I need to get that working for tablet. Maybe I need a script for that. Or a modal. That would be awesome. Okay. Mirroring. There we go. Good old mirror. Turn that off. There it is. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. My Blender 2.8 suddenly closing while I'm working. Yes, man. That freaked me out yesterday. I downloaded Blender and it died. But today, you download it again, man. I think it'll work. I just got it right before the stream, like maybe half hour ago, and now it's working. Alright, Igor's on the Blender sculpting train. Do. too late. Sculpting a bust. Nice. Is the edge select bug still happening? I think. I'm not sure. I messed with the border select, or I made a little script that sort of auto updates border select, so it shouldn't happen anymore. Yeah, so border select should be good. But yeah, why? Oh, yeah, okay. At least border select should be fixed, but I don't know about. Selection has been very strange lately. Like, it's not, the rays are not hitting somehow. Something's weird for certain things. But I'm sure it'll all get ironed out eventually. It's just weird right now. Okay, let's try another cut here for the eye socket. And again, I want to maybe sculpt this a little bit. Make that weird shape. What is it shaped like? It's more pointy on the corner here. So sculpt that out. So yeah, for any kind of holes or negative shapes or scallops, guys, I think it's easier to just make the cut and sculpt out the cut and then just do it like a boolean, because I mean, sculpting this hole out manually would take a lot more finesse and work, I think. And the result here, I think, is pretty decent. So if we go live subtract here, okay. And then I could mirror this also. And I could mirror this one too. But I sort of want that to go all the way through, so let me see here. Oh, that's why. This needs to be reset, so I'll go Alt A location, reset that location, then I can mirror it. And then I need to do the same thing for the other part here. Alt A, or sorry, Control A, reset the location, and then I can mirror it. There we go. There it is. Let's see. Actually though, but the weird thing is that this is hollow in here. So really what we're seeing is this piece should be hollow. So I need to add in a solidify. Let me save this before it crashes. And I need to solidify it right after the first cut, which is the eyes. Oh, actually this needs to happen after the solidify. So I'm going to separate this and combine it with this here. This one and this one happens after the solidify. So let's see. Okay. Right. So now this thing should be thick here. If I go to wireframe. Man, I wish wireframe would actually... There we go. Man, this is confusing. Okay. So this thing actually has thickness now. You can see the thickness right here. Man, that's really cool. It's so fast. Okay, so there's our thickness. And remember this, and you can even see the thickness moving as we move this cut around, but I just want this to be at 0 here. Okay, and then this one now can cut into the piece of the live subtract. And now it is hollow. Pretty cool. Very nice. That's pretty awesome. I love these booleans. Okay, so then this part here is pretty straight here. So maybe I need to adjust this. And this actually tucks in a little bit more. And it seems like it's hard to, it's really subtle, but see these two triangles here, this of this shade, means that this piece is sort of making a peak right here, I think. Like that. Maybe it's not that drastic though. I think it fades out more over here, so I'm just holding shift to blend it out. And maybe same thing here, blend it out a little bit. And this actually looks like it bumps up a little bit. It goes a little hump there. So that's this part right here. So that part needs to move down. I think it's something like that. Okay. So this part needs to wrap together here. So let me grab this stuff. I'll use proportional again, turn that on. Does it split off? How does it split? I wish I had an underside. Flamingo, skull, bottom. Flamingo, Flamingo, skull, bottom bay. Yes. Okay, this looks like the underneath, the bottom of the top part of the skull. That looks like the top. Oh. That's so sad. Okay. Alright, and as soon as we mirror this, it fucks up. There we go. Whoa. Man, I don't like these thick edges on 2.8. I think they're really hard to read. I cannot tell what the hell is going on here. What? That's not good. Uh-oh. What's going on there? What? Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? That's not good. Whew. Let's see. Okay, back to normal. What if we just extrude? Oops. Sorry guys, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Go this way. Okay, like that. How about like that? How about like that? That should be enough to cover it. Okay, good. Let's do flood fill so we can get rid of that stretching that was happening over there. And then we can smooth it. Oh, sorry, where'd you guys go? Flood fill is so fast compared to 2.79. Yeah, it's like instant. Isn't that crazy? Flood fill is really good. Thanks for yelling at me to use it yesterday. I forget who was yelling at me, but I love it when people yell at me on the stream. It's great. Okay, so let's move this shit over here and then go like that. Oh no. No. There's probably a better way to do this, huh? Anytime I'm doing like lots of manual work, I always feel like I'm doing it wrong. Do you guys feel that way? Like, I always feel like there's gotta be somebody who's figured out a smarter, faster way to do it than this, whatever this is. But I guess it's not too bad. I guess sculpting is more like hand touch, but whenever I'm modeling, you know, mechanical stuff or spaceships or something like that, I always get antsy whenever I'm like doing too much manual tweaking, because I feel like the more tweaking you do, the more human error can come in. Which is exactly what a computer would think, right? No, yeah, I want to have as little touching and fidgeting as possible whenever I'm doing a spaceship or something like that. Let's flood fill again. Abuse that flood fill. Okay. Alright, and then this stuff is actually separated here. I have to move this over to the side. Or we could use snake hook too. Snake hook to me is sort of like, it's just move with an added Dynotopo, right? Sort of. I wish I could see what the cut, what does the bottom of this thing look like here? Is it just a U shape right here? I don't know. So, I mean, I could just delete a couple things up here. mirror it, and then sculpt it like that. This needs to be filled up. Man. Oh no, he keeps running away from me. Man, this part is definitely the most challenging so far. I'm not sure exactly what the most efficient way to do this would be. Just sort of guessing. But yeah, this model's looking pretty wonky. And as I said, guys, I'm not really a sculptor. I should probably watch some videos from my friend Dom Quick. He's the sculpt master, and also Scott Wells. Actually, let's look at them because this is I like to share artists on this on the stream. So this guy is insane. He does all these digital sculpts, and then he just started 3D printing a couple of years ago, I feel like, and now he's got this really cool. Oh wait, that's not him. Yeah, Scott Wells, definitely one of my favorites. He's really good at likenesses, like perfect likeness. And then who else? There's also Dom Quick. And he does a lot of VR sculpting. Oops, sorry. And here's this Dulu VR and ZBrush, and he also worked at Blizzard for a long time and did a lot of these stuff for the game and stuff for cinematics and stuff for sculptures or collectibles. He's also one of my favorites. And finally, Spats, or Oliver Millas. Definitely insane shapes going on here. One of the best. And I love how he gets this really 2D like illustration look out of ZBrush somehow. But he's starting to use Blender lately, and I'm excited to see if he'll do any sculpting in Blender. And he'd be a good person to compare the two. But yeah, that's just crazy. Anyway. Oops. A little bit rounder, right? It also looks like there's a little bit of a peak right here. Maybe I could just grab that. really need an alternative for the scroll wheel here. That's awkward. And then I have no idea what's going on back here. So this is just a lumpy mess. I have no clue. It's probably some more cutting going on, right? Let me move this over. What the hell? Alright, I'll just move this over here. Flood fill it. Actually, never mind, I don't want this. Let me just add a small circle over here. Oh shit. Like this. It's starting to chug a little bit because we have a solidify on here plus some other stuff, so I think it's understandable that it's starting to get a little bit tired. But is there any way to get the 3D XYZ Gizmo in the viewport? I don't think so. They seem to have removed that for 2.8, which is pretty annoying, but maybe they'll add it back. I don't know. We do need something like that to let us know what direction, what type of orientation, transform orientation we're using at the moment. That would be really nice. I mean, I don't use gizmos at all for modeling, but it's still useful to at least have a visual guide of where your transforms are going to be going before you do the transform. So that's what I was using gizmos for before. Like in 2.79, I would have the gizmos just turned on purely for visual, as a visual guide, not for actually using it. Okay, then this thing is like a weird claw motherfucker over here. Let's go down here. Yeah, oh yeah, the claw. What the hell did I do? So then we can grab this thing and let's see. I wonder what this bone does. It's like, what is that? So this is where the eye goes, right? And then is this like his eyebrow bone or something? Or does the eye go back here? Where does the flamingo's eye go? In here? It's probably in here. So this is like his nostril bone. And it's facing the wrong way. Let's go doop. And then I love that we can just keep on doing Boolean cuts here. Let me add another. Just chop that in. Alright guys, man, I wish I could keep going, but I think I'm almost out of time here. Let's see, do I have any things to say? I don't think so. Alright, I'm just gonna call it here, and let me render this up real quick, and then I wish I had more time. Anyway, it's been pretty fun. I like this sculpting. All the sculpting tools are pretty awesome. Let me mirror this. And I love that everything works with our regular modeling tools, so it's really sort of a hybrid of sculpting and box modeling and sub D and everything. It's a really fun way to work. And all this stuff is going the wrong direction. Anyway, let me render this out really quick. Okay. The darkness. Oh. Let's add a light in here. Ooh, moody flamingo. It's looking pretty good. Let's change the softness. Moody flamingo. Alright, and then this thing, I want to give it a material. Let me get rid of all this other crap here. So we've only got one material here. This should also be the same. Glossy. Yes, and we got material previews in EEVEE. Very nice. I'm going to go shade smooth on everything. You guys too, shade smooth. Okay, alright. And then a little bit of subsurface, probably. Oh yeah. So again, the subsurface radii, these three numbers, are red, green, and blue. So if we increase the green, we'll see more green shining through, or we can increase the blue or the red. So you can mix up your own colors here and tell them how far, how deep you want them to go, and that's it. And then I guess this is just like a multiplier for all of them up top here. Something like that. And then roughness, I want this to be rougher. And we could also maybe let's also try to here. I'm gonna try to give the color some gradient here. If I change the vector to be object. Alright. And then here, oh God, what was I doing? Let me go to Node Editor. Linear gradient. Spherical gradient. Let's get a mapping node. Put it in here. So the mapping can control where the gradient is happening. And the gradient needs a color ramp. It's not doing what I expected it to do. Gradient mapping. Let's see. Let me make the colors more obvious so I can tell what's going on here. I'll make it like red and green. Okay, so everything is red right now. And what about radial? Come on, guys. What's going on here? Diagonal. Alright. Well, I give up. Oh, this is sort of working. Let me see. Then how do I blur this? I want to blur this. Is there like a blur node? Probably not. Noise. What happens if we put noise into the vector there? Does that do anything? I can see it a little bit, but that's not what I wanted. I think it needs to be a... man, what am I doing? I'm doing something wrong. Linear, that's what I want. There we are. Man, these scrolls go so fast. I can't even use it. So the gradient's happening there, but it's so tiny. I can't really use that. Maybe the scale needs to be different. Oh, there we are. Position doesn't seem to do anything here. Man, these scrolls are so sensitive. They're like unusable. Okay, anyway, all I wanted to do was make this end black. But I think I need to learn what the hell I'm doing first. And I used to use the object, like the empty, to control the texture in 2.79, but we don't have that yet, I don't think. But that would be really useful here to make it a little bit easier. So we can go like that, make this black, and also make it over here too. Anyway. Okay, guys. I think that's it. Yeah, I was holding down shift and it's like the scroll settings are just insanely fast. I've always wanted a blur node. I'm trying to sculpt on a model that has UVs. There's no UVs here. It's weird that the gizmo is only available when we have the move tool active. Yes, exactly. We need to be able to see the gizmo even when we don't have a tool active. And yes, there is a Discord. There should be a link in this video, no? People have done an approximation by using noise to drive the vectors of the UV. That makes sense. Yeah, to like make a blur. Definitely would work. Talk on Discord. Is it a bug with that drag select with mouse selects back faces even with back scrolling? No, actually that's a feature of scripts. So I want to be able to select through all the time. But if you have this turned on already, it shouldn't affect it. Well, I don't know. I want the default to be like selecting through, because that's what I'm doing 99% of the time. Yeah, we'll do. Okay, guys. Oh yeah, let me check if the Discord link is on here. I think it should be. Where is it? If it's not on here, yeah, Discord link is in the description. Okay, guys, remember to please dislike. I'm gonna hit dislike here. Remember to unsubscribe from my channel. I can't really unsubscribe from my own channel, but I'm sure that you guys have the ability to do that. And make sure to report my channel to the proper authorities and have it taken down with the DMCA notice. Okay, see you guys next time, and have a good day. Bye.